Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're dive deep into the world of classic cars. The 1976 Chevrolet Impala, an unforgettable part of automotive history. Buckle up. Designed to turn heads, this car was built with bold lines and a massive, imposing body. Look at that front grille, the perfect blend of style and intimidation. Step inside, soft, spacious seats, plenty of legroom, and that classic American dash with wood grain details and chrome finishes. Under the hood, the 1976 Impala offered a range of engines, but if you wanted real power, you'd go for the big 400 cubic inch V8, which pumped out about 175 horsepower. Not a monster by today's standards, but back in '76, this was a powerhouse. Number 2, the 1980 Chevrolet Camaro. A machine that isn't just a car, it's a full-blown icon. Let's talk about what you first see. Sharp and sporty, with aggressive lines and a low, sleek stance that made it unmistakably Camaro. The Z28 even sported a stylish hood scoop that wasn't just for show. Step inside, plush bucket seats, a simple but functional dash layout, and just enough chrome details to keep things exciting. Under the hood, where the real magic happens. The 1980 Camaro offered multiple engine options, giving drivers a choice between raw power and fuel economy. The base models came with a 3.8-liter V6, but if you wanted a little more muscle, there was the 5.0-liter V8 option, which gave that classic muscle car rumble. Number 3, the 1977 Mercury Cougar. This isn't just any car, it's a symbol of style, speed, and swagger, designed to turn heads and leave a mark wherever it goes. One look at the 1977 Mercury Cougar. The front end features a wide, toothy grille, flanked by quad headlights that give it a fierce, predatory stance. The Cougar's body lines are low and sleek, stretching over a long wheelbase with a slightly upward kick at the rear. Let's talk about what's under the hood. The 1977 Cougar came with a variety of engine options, with the top choice being the legendary 351 cubic inch V8. This engine delivered respectable power and torque, giving the Cougar that muscle car feel, while still cruising comfortably at highway speeds. Number 4, the 1971 Mercury Comet GT. It's a car that often gets overshadowed by the Mustangs and Chevelles. Stick around to learn why this car has a unique place in the muscle car lineup. Let's talk about its look. The front grille with its mean aggressive stance, the signature GT racing stripes, and that hood scoop scream muscle. You get that classic long hood, short deck look that was essential for muscle cars back in the day. Now, what makes the Comet GT more than just a showpiece is what's under the hood. In 1971, the Comet GT came with a few engine options, but the 302 V8 is the one that really took it to the next level. This small block engine packed around 210 horsepower, which was more than enough to give you that thrilling V8 muscle experience on the road. Number 5, the 1973 Buick Riviera. You're about to witness a car that defines the very essence of the personal luxury coupe. And believe me, there's nothing else quite like it. Let's talk design. And where better to start than that unmistakable boat tail rear? Buick took inspiration from classic boats and aerodynamic principles when they styled the Riviera. This sleek rear end, almost like a rocket ready to take off, gave the car an aggressive yet refined look. Up front, we've got Buick's iconic V-shaped split grille and those quad headlights. Under the hood of this beast lies a monstrous 455 cubic inch V8 engine. That's 7.5 liters of raw American power. With 250 horsepower and a staggering 375 pound-feet of torque, this engine made the Riviera a serious contender on the road. Imagine cruising down the highway with that kind of power. That low, rumbling exhaust note following you like a signature soundtrack. Number 6, the legendary 1966 Dodge Charger. Get ready, because this isn't just any classic car. It's the one that sparked a revolution in American muscle. Buckle up as we take a ride back to the 60s. Now let's step inside and take a look at the design. The 1966 Charger wasn't just about speed. It had style too. Dodge went all out to make the Charger's interior a head-turner, just like the exterior. The 1966 Charger came with a full-length center console, 4 bucket seats, and a dash that looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. All right, now let's pop the hood and talk about what really makes this car a beast. Underneath that sleek exterior, the 1966 Charger offered a range of engines, starting with a 318 cubic inch V8 and climbing all the way to the massive 426 Hemi. A true powerhouse. Number 7. He 1969 Ford Fairlane. Are you ready to take a ride back to the golden era of muscle cars, where chrome shined bright and the roar of a V8 engine ruled the road? Now let's talk design. The 1969 Fairlane had a sharp, aggressive look with a long hood, broad grille, and clean lines that screamed muscle car from every angle. This wasn't just any family sedan. It was a blend of elegance and muscle that made a statement on the road. All right, let's lift the hood and see what made the 69 Fairlane such a powerhouse. Ford offered a range of engines, but if you were a gearhead, you'd have your eye on the 428 Cobra Jet V8, the crown jewel. This engine cranked out an impressive 335 horsepower and had all the power you'd need for a good old-fashioned drag race. Number 8. The 1977 Chevrolet Vega Compact. Stick around because we're unpacking the quirks, design, and everything that made the Vega Compact a memorable ride. Let's take a closer look at this design marvel. The Vega Compact wasn't flashy, but it had this quiet charisma. A compact car with clean lines, a sporty rear end, and a practical interior that was surprisingly spacious. Under the hood, the 1977 Vega Compact featured a 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine, producing around 84 horsepower. Now, it wasn't built to burn rubber, but it wasn't a slouch either. It was designed for efficiency and practicality, ideal for city cruising and highway drives. Number 9. The 1976 AMC Pacer. This car was called everything from fishbowl on wheels to the 70s ultimate oddball. And whether you love it or hate it, you can't ignore it. Now, let's talk design. The Pacer's distinctive wide body and wraparound glass make it stand out immediately. It was nearly 6 inches wider than most compact cars of its time, giving it a bold and unique road presence. Those giant windows, they weren't just for show. Under the hood, this model often came with a 3.8-liter or 4.2-liter inline-6 engine, producing around 90 to 120 horsepower. Decent for the time, but not exactly built for high-speed thrills. This wasn't a muscle car after all. It was designed for everyday city driving. Number 10. The 1962 Oldsmobile Starfire. If you think this beauty is just a pretty face, stick around. We're peeling back the layers on its powerful engine, luxurious features, and groundbreaking design elements. Let's talk style. The 1962 Starfire had a look that was hard to ignore. From its sharp, sleek lines to its full-length chrome strip, this car was a showstopper. The grille design was bold, and the sleek hardtop roofline gave it a streamlined, sporty silhouette. Step inside, and the Starfire continues to impress. Oldsmobile spared no expense on luxury. The leather bucket seats were rare for the time, and they weren't just stylish. Under the hood, the 1962 Starfire packed a massive 394 cubic inch V8 engine. This beast produced 345 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque, giving it the kind of raw power that could rival any muscle car.